Hey fans and friends, my name is Dan and welcome to Digital Dives. I hope we all brought our swim trunks today because we got an overflowing pool of interesting segments to splash your brains with the knowledge of esports. I know, pretty exciting. Today on our show, we have a walk around campus asking students what they know about esports with our very own Kate Fowley. Professor Shelfout will share more about the esports program here at Sacred Heart. We also will go over the top 10 plays of the week presented by Drippy, our mascot, and much more. Stay tuned. Did you know that SHU has an esports program? Let's dive right into it and send it to Kate.
Hi, my name is Kate, and today we're going to be walking around campus and seeing how much Sacred Heart University students know about esports.
Game begin.
Do you know anything about esports? Do you know what they are or anything like that?
I know what they are. A little bit, yeah.
Can you try and define it for me? Not really, no. Okay.
It's like the video game team. That's about it. I know we have one here.
Ultra competitive video game competitions.
I would say I have maybe a little than above average knowledge about esports.
I've heard of them. I know they had like a league at my high school.
I love video games, but I don't know anyone who plays for Sacred Heart.
I am aware we have esports, but I wasn't aware if it was in a club capacity or if it was in an official division capacity.
I don't do esports.
Not to a large extent.
I am not a big gamer at all, but most of my friends like Fortnite, so they playing that a lot.
Do you know about the esports opportunities here on campus?
I know we have a team. They sing course.
I know we have an esports team, and I know they stream on Twitch every day except for Mondays.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you all. I don't think that many students here at Sacred Heart know a lot about esports, but hopefully today's show can fix that.
Apparently a lot of people aren't aware of the esports program on campus, but who better to introduce the program than Professor Shelfnout, one of the main directors of the esports program here at Sacred Heart University. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Dan. Happy to be here.
Of course. So let's get right into it. If you could, please explain to those who aren't really familiar with esports, what is the hype about it and why would people really want to get into it?
Yeah, so esports is a entertainment medium that's really been growing the past couple decades. It's been around for several years, but it's really taken off, particularly in the past decade. But it's a really exciting industry. For those who don't know, esports is competitive video gaming, and the hype around it is there's a lot of attention, a lot of eyeballs on esports. Millions, perhaps even billions across the world are watching esports at least once on a regular basis. And so we're even beginning to see sort of younger consumers watch more esports than traditional sports nowadays. And so there's a lot of hype, there's a lot of money around it, and it's just an exciting time to be a fan of esports, no matter what video games you're interested in, and I guess that's it. Yeah, whatever, no matter what you're interested in, I guess. Yeah.
Definitely. Now, how is Sacred Heart integrating a curriculum with esports itself?
Yes, so we offer an esports minor here at Sacred Heart. It's about 3 or 4 years old now, and we're offering a lot of classes in combination with the Welch College of Business and Technology, as well as the communications program here on this side of campus. And the strength of that is you get both the business foundations and the media foundations, and seeing how the esports industry has really grown. And so we offer classes, we offer our basic introductory class, we offer more sort of contemporary issues, more thinking about sort of the theoretical foundations behind esports as well. But then we also have that practical component as well. And so we do have a capstone where we do have students organize a student-run showcase, which is the Connecticut Esports Showcase. And so that's a really exciting event we hold every year.
Yeah. Now, and you just mentioned the showcase. Could you tell us maybe a little bit more about that and what your role in it is?
Yeah. And so my role is more of sort of just like a capstone advisor for the esports showcase. A lot of what our students do is what really fuels the showcase. So for the past 3 years, we've hosted an on-campus tournament focusing on 3 or 4 specific games. I believe last year we had Overwatch, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Rocket League, and Valorant. And we invite all universities and colleges in the state of Connecticut to come in, compete, and showcase what the state has to offer. And it's a really great tournament, and we always get a really great turnout. And yeah, I can't say enough in terms of what our students are doing to contribute to this. And every year, I think we're just getting better, and we're getting more attention. We're making greater improvements. We have extra help coming from all sectors of the campus as well. And so it's just a great event to host every year. Very stressful putting on at the beginning, but the payoff is just enormous.
Definitely, I can imagine. So next, how is the esports program kind of developed here at Sacred Heart, kind of since the beginning?
Yeah, and so we really like to thank our directors, Professor Josh Stewart and Professor Andrew Miller as well, for really sort of beginning the foundations of the program. And I was brought in about a year or two after the program started to help teach classes to help sort of nurture that growth. But Professor Stewart and Professor Miller really had this vision that esports could be an exciting minor that we offer on campus that students are interested in, and resulting in a lot of great career opportunities as well. And so at Sacred Heart, I feel like one of our biggest strengths is through the alumni network that we have, through the people that we bring in to guest speak for our classes. And overall, our students have been raving about the classes, been raving about the program. And so we're hoping to make bigger strides as we move forward. We're still a very young program, but we have a lot of growth potential in terms of where we want our program to be next. And I hope that's really guided by the students and their interests and their career aspirations as well.
Definitely. And you mentioned a little bit about the esports class. Could you maybe give us a little bit more of an insight about the esports class and what does that really entail?
So there's two sort of main in-class esports classes. The introduction to esports, we call it Foundation in Esports, focuses more on the business concepts of esports. So we look at how esports are marketed, how they're produced, all of the sorts of business concepts, business issues around the industry. And this semester, this fall, I'm actually teaching a class called Contemporary Issues in Esports, which looks more at sort of more of the personal look at esports, more of the theoretical foundations for why esports has become successful, the issues that are present in esports as well. And so we take a lot of different approaches to how we talk about esports and learn about esports and connect our own personal experiences to it. And so it's essentially a lot of it is through student input as well. So what do you want to learn about esports that you could connect to other areas that you're interested in? So if you're a marketing major, how could we learn about sort of sport or esports and marketing? If you're a political science major, I think it's an industry that touches all sectors. So how can we tie in international relations or American politics or government with esports as well? So there's a lot of different directions we can go with esports, and that's what makes esports so exciting, is it's how interdisciplinary it is as well.
Definitely. Now, I don't want to take too much of your time, but my last question here is just how can students here at Sacred Heart get involved?
Absolutely. And so we host our showcase every spring. We do offer a class associated with that, ESP 401. If you are interested in taking classes in esports, there are two classes that we offer, ESP 201 Foundations in Esports, and then our Contemporary Issues class as well. If you're interested in, if your schedule is full, you can't take the classes, we do have an esports club here on campus, which is great. So they have their own Discord where they're keeping in touch with all their members. And if you just want to volunteer for our event as well, we're always taking volunteers for our Connecticut Esports Showcase as well. So the best way to get in touch with about any of those questions is to reach out to me or to our directors, Professor Stewart or Dr. Miller. But if you're interested, there's plenty of opportunities.
Thank you. All right. Thank you so much. That's all the time we have, Professor. Thank you so much for joining us. And you mentioned a little bit about the Connecticut Esports Showcase. Hey, we got some clips. Let's send it right over to that. That was great, but now it's time to head over to the top 10 plays that we have from our esports team here at Sacred Heart.
I'm not Jet. Oh!
Sighting, yeah.
One's in there. Oh, you got him.
Starting off today, we have a clip from Valorant. Start off with a nice headshot, but just wait a second for the smoke here. He's peeking through the smoke, waiting for a victim, and in comes one, and a nice headshot coming out of the smoke. And then we finish off with a beautiful quick scope just down the hallway. Next up for play number 9, we switch things over to CSGO. We see a quick shot with a pistol, a sneaky kill next to the window, and we end the round with a triple down below. For play number 8, we have a clip from Valorant. We see Cassidy firing off shots with that beautiful golden gun, but look at this. A triple that turns into a quad, right there. We'll stick with Overwatch here for play number 7 as we take in flight for a triple kill. Rounding off the first 5 plays, we have another clip from CSGO. As we can see here, he's waiting patiently until the enemies come into his sights, and it's good night for them. We head into the top 5 of the clip here from Valorant. The enemy turns the corner at the worst time. His friend did not learn the lesson, and neither did him running out the corner. We finish off with an ace. We'll stick here with Valorant for play number 4. This clip is a bit of a slow burner. We see an enemy around the hallway. He's hesitant to make a move, but here it comes in just a second along with his buddy. And we finish off with a nice long distance shot that didn't work the first time, but he's able to correct it for the clutch. Heading in the top 3, we have another clip from Valorant. My man had no idea what was coming to him. We start to peek around the corner, and now it's time to pick them off. We get a shot into the hallway, another shot around the corner, last kill, and we have ourselves another ace, ladies and gentlemen. This is the last Valorant clip, I promise. Just a beautiful, quick, and easy kills that are stacked away in that corner. Told you guys that was our last clip from Valorant, as our number 1 play comes from Overwatch. We see here Widowmaker's already lighting everyone up. She goes up top to pick off another. Slowly making our ways up the stairs to get our final kill, the top 10 plays. Wow, that was an action-packed top 10. I mean, I wish it was next week already because I want more plays. You know, next up we have something even more spectacular to show you guys. I had the pleasure to sit down with one of Sacred Heart's finest club esports member, Aiden Conley. Check it out. Hello everyone, welcome to the sit down. Today we have Aiden. Aiden, how are you?
I'm doing all right myself. How about you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? What do you do? What's your major here at Sacred Heart?
So my name is Aiden Connolly. I am an exercise science major on the 3-year track plus the 2 years for occupational therapy school, which is my current goal, pre-admitted, but maybe we'll look elsewhere, but who knows. Other than that, don't really do too terribly much. I'm involved with campus ministry, and I'm also involved with club esports, which I guess kind of segues nicely into what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, definitely. So what's your relationship here with esports here at Sacred Heart?
So here at Sacred Heart, I started just like playing on the Rainbow Six Siege team because it was a game I enjoyed, and I wanted to play a little bit, but come the esports showcase, which is an event that we host here where we have a lot of different colleges from the state come to Sacred Heart and play stuff, I was offered to like a position to broadcast for them, like to commentate for them, because that's something I do in my free time as a side job. So I started doing that, and through doing that I met a lot more people, and now I'm in like a higher ranking position on the club where I help get our games streamed and make sure that we have a live stream to go with a lot of our matches that happen.
So yeah, what's your just favorite thing about esports here at Sacred Heart?
Well, I mean, here at Sacred Heart, it's just nice to get to meet people through esports with a common, interest in that, because you meet people in your class and you have no idea what they like to do, and you'll make friends and such, but it's not really the same as when you meet someone through a common interest and then you can bond over that. It's a very good way to like get to know more people, and also just the experience of the showcase to be for the first time in a place where in person everyone was like playing games competitively was just so cool. It was such an awesome experience, and I'm looking forward to having that again this year.
Definitely. So we'll get into the beef and potatoes of all this. Can you just give a basic explanation for those behind the screens that don't really know what's going on, some of the aspects that make esports great?
I think it's just generally anything that makes normal competitive sports great is what makes esports awesome as well, right? So You're talking about wanting to compete, wanting to play stuff at a competitive level, and a really deep, intricate understanding of those games by the people who are playing them. Also just the ability to demonstrate skill and watch and say, wow, that's something I never could do in my whole life. That's something that doesn't just apply to sports, but it also applies to esports as well. And it's also awesome because like there's a whole magnitude of games, from the most complex MOBA or first-person shooter with way too many details to something like Rocket League, where it's just cars playing soccer and anyone can pick up on the general idea immediately. But even that has so much more depth to it. I think that's something that makes general sports great, but also something that makes esports awesome as well.
Definitely, definitely. And you also touched upon a few times there sports, and so might be a little biased here, but we do have to ask, do you see esports being sports, or is it maybe its own thing? What's your take on that?
I think it's like general same category, maybe like a sister or cousin to sports, if you will. I actually wrote an essay in high school towards the end of the year, a research paper about esports being sports, and initially I was going to say why they aren't considered sports. But the more I looked into it and I was like, what defines a sport? It's like, what kind of makes sports what they are? I realized that technically by definition, they do fit it. It's just that they're electronic as opposed to actually just being physical and in person. So I kind of ended up inadvertently thinking that they are considered sports, but I do understand that, like, you know, the online in-person versus in-person aspect and, you know, the playing mostly through electronics does kind of make it a little different. But I would say by definition, they do fit under that umbrella.
Definitely, definitely. And so running out of time here, but just wanted to ask if you have any advice for anyone out there, if it's just for casting, commentating, not even just for esports, but maybe even just other sports.
One thing that I always love about commentators that I would recommend anyone watching give a chance and to really try and let show while they're broadcasting is let the passion you have for what you're doing show. Don't try and lower it at all. Don't try and be more low-key than you think you need to be. If that becomes a problem, then people who are very experienced will tell you about it. But when you're starting off, let the whole world see that you love what you're doing and you really want to be there. Like, get excited, go crazy. That shows in the broadcast and it makes for a more exciting and fun broadcast. Even if it doesn't sound the most polished, it's still like you can just kind of hear when someone really enjoys what they're doing versus when they're just kind of phoning it in because they're getting a check for it and it just feels like it comes out a little bit more soulless than you would like. That's the one thing that really bugs me, is because that just shows me that you're just doing it because this is your job, right? And at that point, other people kind of want it more than you, and I'd want to hear them kind of bring a voice to those moments. So that's the one thing about me, is show that you want it, show that you care, and just love what you do, really.
Definitely awesome. Well, hey, Aiden, thank you so much. That's all the time we have for today. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining us, and let's send it back over to the studio. Now we have a new and exciting segment called Guess That Game. Please welcome our guests, Aiden Dolly and Jack Cronin. How are you guys doing today?
Good, thanks.
Good. I hope you guys are ready because we have our crew picked out 15 different video game related logos, characters, and maps. Now in just a second, images will start appearing behind me, and I want you guys to start spitting out answers. Every correct guess is a point, and the person with the most points wins. Of course, raise your guys' hand so I know which one you need to call on, but let's get right into it.
I'm gonna go with Portal.
Portal, that is the correct answer. This one, nothing. This one's a little bit of a tricky one. Everyone had, like, I know so many people that have this as their Xbox profile pictures.
Yeah, I've seen this before. Gears of War?
That's correct, yeah. 1-1.
Minecraft?
Yep.
Overwatch?
Nope. Kind of similar. I could see how you pick it up. It's game launcher, kind of a. I don't know if they make games. Any guesses?
Not sure.
Nothing. That one is Origin.
Oh, I've never heard of it.
This one is also. I don't. They've made games like Banjo-Kazooie. They made Donkey Kong Country. They most recently made that. Was it Sea of Thieves?
I know all those games. Don't know who this is.
Yeah, it's tough. Any guesses?
Not sure.
Not sure. The correct answer for that one is Rareware.
I wouldn't know that.
I know, I always forget about that one.
Skyrim?
That's correct. I think it's 3-1 now. Wow. You say you don't know anything about games, and
getting lucky.
This one's a game publisher. They made Assassin's Creed, I think they made Rainbow Six. What other games?
I know who made Assassin's Creed. It's not
Yeah.
coming to me.
Oh, that one was Ubisoft. And I'll just take whatever. What do you think? Mario, yeah.
Wow.
I'll accept that answer. Is that 4-1, I think.
I'm falling behind here. It's Assassin's Creed.
That is Assassin's Creed. There we go. 4-2. You're catching back up. This one might be another little tricky one. It's a very big following of the game. I actually don't know too much. It's kind of similar to Portal in a way. Well, same people who made it. Same people who made Portal.
Can you give me like the concept of the game?
Honestly, I don't even really know it is the problem. I just know everyone wants another one. They've made 2 of them, but they've never really made a third.
I don't think I'm gonna get this one.
Do you have a-
No, I was gonna say like, you said third. I was thinking fourth. I was gonna say like Skate.
Oh, no. I believe Half-Life is the answer.
I've never heard of it. Is this one Overwatch?
That one's Overwatch, yes. So we got 4-3.
Xbox.
Xbox 4-4, you caught up.
Sims?
That is a Sims, yes, 5-4. The Avatar might give it away here.
Pokemon?
No.
Like
Think about he's got a green hat on.
Link.
Link, yeah, I'll accept that answer. There we go. I believe it's all tied up right now, right? 5-5.
Ooh, Fallout?
Fallout, that's correct, 6-5. All right, well, hey, that was our last image, and Hayden, you just won 6-5, so congratulations. I mean, I gotta say, the only prize I got for you is just bragging rights, but
I'll
hey,
take it.
that's all the time we have for today's time to dock the ship. I hope you guys enjoy the episode of Digital Dives, and I'll see you back on land. Bye for now.